Lev on defense. We got G2 on attack, and they're just one map away.
I think JonahP may not have quite realized just how much of a reach G2 had.
Okay, Flo, message me. Yeah, message me on Discord, and I'll check it out. I'll send it to the right people. Should be so fine. Yeah, let me double check it, man. I appreciate you doing that. Whoa, that was a lot. Yeah, there's only one person here to stop the insta.
But again, the adjustments, the micro
guys are insane. Guys are so insane and pissed off, aren't they?
Just like that.
I can't believe the G2 have got
Plumber, thank you so much. Plumber app, thank you with the gifted. There you go, Doma.
Aspas is gonna do his best to try to recover things. He's
got in a few days to meet the team. Yeah, hopefully, hopefully Mini's there. That guy to do some work. What a hard round. Dude, 3-0 pistols. Taketsu as well. Thank you for the 5 months. The pistol gods, yeah. Had a little bit of a hiatus with their back. Oh, whoa, what? A shot.
Adjustments. Off to the side again, but the plan is even just for backside. Who's going to take first contact for it? Valen knows he's off of it.
There's no time.
The circle shrinks yet.
Go on, just see it. Let's see it. Dude, you got a better ult than him, man. You got a better ult than him.
They twist and turn. You just cannot quite catch G2 unaware.
I don't understand it. King's got one side of hookah, hits 2 headshots on the players running towards him as they're funneled into hookah because of that beautiful sand crunch called from Leviatán. Love the call, love the timing, all perfect. How on earth is Icy able to pick that one up and then immediately kill Corp? I mean, he goes from being under pressure to completely winning his team the round in just a couple of quick seconds there, Icy. Didn't have the biggest impact on Icebox. Honestly, didn't have the biggest impact in their prior map to get them to play against to get them to play against Leviatán. But we've seen recently what he's capable of. We've seen heights from Icy.
Opposite side. Wait, there is one person here. Leave. Yeah, he's played this pretty nice. Insta reaction over towards B as they realize there's numbers here. Dog as well to take some extra space over towards elbow. Love that. Leaf gets into the corner. Yeah, and he's allowed to just do all of this. He's got a ghost.
This guy, he already just takes out 2. Finally, the thorn is removed.
He's the solo lurker with a ghost. He shouldn't be able to pick off 2 of you in that spot. But of course, it is just the eco for Leviatán.
Yeah. Cooking up a cheeky little play, seeing if they can get any sort of value out of it. But again, G2, you're going to see the same patterns repeating itself. I think it's just they are always going to be getting the right reads of what they want to do. It's the lack of hesitancy for me, I think, as well. The fact that everybody's on the same page so quickly.
Americas is looking less competitive as you progress. Is in like the team diff, or is in like you think teams for champs? I'm looking at how E2's looking, thinking, damn, they're looking. They could be like one of the favorites. Like if they play like this, they get a top 4. Sure. That's where I'm at.
The best bind callers that we've ever seen in the game. Valen is right up there with them. And you know, at Champions, he'll have that opportunity to go toe-to-toe potentially with Boaster if the bracket deems it to see how his calling matches up with some of the
team diff within the region. I think that's fair.
But it just looks
the gap's
he's got such a mastery
giant now.
Creating these avenues out of danger.
And their playstyle right now, I mean, the way that G2 will funnel these players into them, force proactivity from the defense just so they can get information to work off of, and immediately...
Alright, the bonus is really good. Bonus is really good, especially with the NA players with the stingers.
It's very hard to sometimes call, and G2 are so
what
good
is this?
at always just hiding what they're going for at any point.
Standard.
You can see it, you know,
over towards Lev, we have Viper Smoke over towards here. This is what we call DRX, just a straight up stall of the plant itself.
Putting some pressure up towards B long. King.
So the longer you two take, the harder time they're going to have of actually planting, if they go for a default plant, that is.
Contacting, taking control. It's an off angle by Tex, but just moves away from it.
Aspas this entire time has been watching short with the op. This is where Leaf has the wall. He can try to put that up, apply some pressure.
Can scuttle past it. Makes it very difficult. It's too many angles to watch for already. Could have walked back.
The info, you take that all day. It was nice from Aspas though. Yeah, and they're gonna have a love that. I was gonna say they're gonna have a rough time actually planting, but it's the smoke deep and the flash all the way through. That was pretty cool. And they killed Tex. Wow, they just made an impossible round so doable. Yeah, just purely from the decision to take back a site with that Sky Flash. King should win this, but
time needs to be bought. A noise needs to be made for him to get some value from that spot, but he is cleaned up.
That, yeah, goes like that sometimes.
All sticking together now. Ult in the hands, noise being cut.
I mean, you gotta give it to JonahP, man. No way we would like this as well. No way they play like this. Shout out to G2 again. The proactive, the proactiveness in the 3v5 flashing back a site was really cool. They did everything so well, but that's the savage one for LEV.
Didn't seem to make a difference. G2 getting value with stingers in spots you shouldn't see it. They lost Trent early on. What is that kill from Leviatán to Mazzino? What are these kills from JonahP? That kill to be able to pick up King, who was on the flank.
Yeah, I honestly thought they were going to distract from sight a little bit more.
So many important duels going the way of G2 in the middle of a round where actually their calling had put them into a little bit of a tough spot.
No, I think their calling saved them.
But winning the bonus.
I disagree. I think their calling saved them with the deep smoke flash back of sight.
It's in a rare round where it's going to be that heavy committal from G2. They don't wait things out. Not right now. Still, it's an ult. Goes wide and forwards and through. Still have to worry about these showers. Player satchel up and over. Still, Icy's perched
oh, he's good for one here, right? Don't give me a curse on this. He's good for one.
In his face.
He drops off. Never know.
In the right place, making sure that they can try and flood back into this one and fight it. Aspas is leading the charge, spearhead for the team, but again, forcing these players out wide and open, in through the showers, fighting in a split mid around Mazzino from behind. Barely dead, still lands it. Everybody topples. How's Mazzino gone from whiffing to
yeah, it's a double one.
The player that was flanking him there. Crazy round.
What?
But actually another one where G2's calling puts them in a bit of a rough spot. I don't want to just be gassing up Val the entire time, even, you know, depending on, no matter what the outcome is, essentially. This time,
yeah, nice shot at the end here, man.
Short, fast on an anti-eco round. Exactly. Doesn't give them a lurker, so that there's an alternate option of popping through the sand teleport. So, got his team stuck in that position. And LEV immediately respond, coming out of the bonus loss with a thrifty. The faster pace from G2
okay, so
is not
3 people surviving. I mean, they had a gun into it anyway, right? So 2 extra guns picked up. It's pretty good.
Throw other teams off their rhythm.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, it's every single time that I can think back, they end up usually losing the round that they try and.
Where's the money at here? 1, 2, 3.
Entire time hoping that the defense will be spread, but that was a
round for G2. I mean, big round for everyone, right? Gotta look over towards here. It's only these guys that have good money.
Back around now, potentially the momentum that they needed. JonahP making himself known. Some spot, no damage done to Icy on either side. Just spots out the opposing raise. That's Aspas. TP pivot now. It's that Showers control that was theirs, but again, they do have to crunch these players. Mazzino.
Yeah, should be good to stop this plant. Mazzino. Do we not hear it?
Evacuation, but he finally finds a bit of safety out through the back of the site. And a deep reflank occurring from LEV. 2 players up onto the flank. Viper's Pit now to try and offset this. G2 very defensive. JonahP can hear all of this, and the off angle not expected again. Wide in the face. King will deliver at least with the trade. There's a molly at his feet. The timing's not good enough. Just tries to get straight past it in the head. Aspas up and over, around the way. But again, they got to deal with this pit, and it's just causing too much confusion into the fight. Crom left to do a lot. Trent's still locking it down very short. The tap from Mazzino, but all it takes is
they fumbled this so heavy. They have a whole comp for delaying the plant, and they didn't try and spam Wingman.
LEV are just getting bounced around here.
Not even like, not even little,
losing the bonus, winning a
little
big
one,
thrifty, putting in a
little 2.
checkmate scenario.
I get that they were going to lose showers, but I think you can still go back here, use mollies, aces, everything.
If came into this map thinking, we fixed things up, we got the momentum, we kind of stabilized at the end of Icebox. Yeah, we're going to be good for bind. I think he's now going to be doubting that assessment. 5 rounds in here on bind.
Definitely has been missing ever so slightly. I mean, I don't know the numbers particularly for this map here, but I mean, series total so far, the first kill advantage has been going away of Leviatán. And 15 rounds. They've got
Maybe
the first
didn't
kill.
see it
Guess what?
proper.
G2 have won 10
And
of those.
maybe for the guy's showers were
4v5
closer to him,
situations,
or he would get
because they're able
spammed
to
back.
just pick
I
apart,
guess.
find
But
those little openings.
the round there is lost in my opinion, especially when they have Viper all like this.
They punish a couple of solo plays, or they stick together and just overwhelm it with numbers advantage, even when they're a player down.
Yeah, I think G2 have been catching Leviatán off guard, very much breaking the pattern recognition of what LEV are expecting teams to do. Might be because LEV have been playing against weaker opponents for quite a while since coming back from Shanghai. They look like they're not anticipating G2 in certain spots. They're expecting to get very clean flanks through market where there's people watching. You saw a couple players, Aspas,
low buy.
getting caught off.
Low
by
buy, but
Trent's
it's a decent
positioning,
low buy.
coming
Aspas gets the
short.
op out.
You know, just small things like
Got
this
Brimalt.
that LEV are not anticipating that G2 are throwing in as extra wrinkles to the round. And round 5 ended up being massively important because G2 not only now have economy advantage, but they're getting up to huge ults that they can build entire game plans around. And this one actually looks like a pretty quick take up B long, just judging by G2's position.
Yeah, very committed. LEV's investment is all over the place here. Aspas still.
A little bait in for King at the top.
Back to me.
They do have a lot of space down through short. Even pings on the map almost indicating they want to go for a little bit more. But this is the push ahead here.
It's still nice though, like tether to make sure they can't follow it up. Molly also. Oh, we're brimalting. Oh, we're so invested in this. This is a big round, chat.
In a pretty precarious spot. They have to explode out into this one and try and take these fights. Brute force on display, but King locking it down. Molly's at the feet.
A nice Molly on top of this as well. I gave respect, dude. Respect to Lev.
It's the wrong read again for G2. They tapped the pickup of the Dizzy there, expecting Lev to be going for an aggressive defense re-clear of B long. Remember on Icebox, Valen's idea about
Oh, the satchel.
every single time. This time, Lev go for a re-clear of
He
short,
wrecked him.
where Valen's expecting them to do a big re-clear of B long. They thrash, they realize there isn't anybody close, and they actually end up getting caught in a bit of a rough spot there. Both teams, I think, missing the read on each other here on Bind in a way that wasn't really present on Icebox.
Bit of danger here for Aspas. Up into this spot as well.
Eve might.
Look at Icy.
As well, walking away.
I was gonna say, might have a very good time in there.
Look at Icy all the way up B long. He's got himself deep.
Wait, did
into the
Icy
pit.
did Icy think this it was gonna be the ult where there's a gap here? Had they normally done their ult where there's a gap here?
Outwards?
King looks like he's expecting. He's part of it.
It's an eco. He can do this anyway, even if there isn't a gap.
Single shot.
That's good info for Icy.
My God, he's gonna try to get back in.
Pushed as well into this deep corner as well. I don't think this
Oh,
is
it's
gonna be
cool.
expected at all. King.
Damn,
straight into it.
guys, that was
Pitch drop
sick.
down. That's beautiful. And it's a massive opening now. It leaves it all down to Calm. He's a solo anchor. He's got to weather the storm. Buffer himself pass and away from him. But look at the utility.
Oh, what a hit
You
as
can't stand
well.
your ground. Not against that. You have to give it up. And so, backs away now. Still with the weak weapons for G2, but plenty of tools at their disposal. Definitely to turn the tide. Remember that orbital strike's going to be committed into elbow here.
But they put Seekers and ult. Man, everyone's ulting on their ecos and they're getting away with it. It's pretty cool.
And the call is made to move forwards to pack mentality. And they're ripping Lev apart through the back of the side. It's Aspas. They have to reclaim.
No way.
Again,
Wait, they're all here and we got ult.
Oh
my God.
Blessing in disguise here.
Going through the window.
Rocket into his
Oh my God, we're gonna
hands.
window it.
Harv onto the
Hey,
field.
what a bait out.
Footsteps, noise bait, jump spot again. A tap.
Okay, and he's like, hold up, man. They've punished me so much for not sticking.
In hell, but he doesn't know if he's being pressured. Rifle picked up and away, drifting back and forth. They know he's not on it. Leap again, tapping and swinging around.
Very nice for G2, man. They went all in. This was such a cool play against the Viper ult. They did great.
And what phenomenal game plans to set up those first two picks. Icy takes an early timing deep into King's ult, and then they additionally have the Trailblazer on top to push King fully.
The rare ass pass half of the spike, yeah. I mean, he got punished, what, twice for not doing it? You gotta learn. Gotta learn on the third time. Kind of just came down to that check though from Tex.
Take G2 into a 5v3 that they then scrappily closed out. Isolating Aspas as the final player alive. He's 12 and 4,
Lot of
but he can't win
50s.
the round.
I like this. The guy
Quiet
furthest
descent
back
over Bind.
shot it. But
As
if they did
tension
want to
rise,
swing off it, you had two people a little bit closer than you
for a
thought.
bit more of a trap play, playing off Aspas's contact here. They've got to anticipate that G2 are going to be using utility to take B long, because that's how they've generally been going for it. A Trailblazer or a Dizzy, something like that. And Com is trying his best to get information on the opposite side of the map.
Contacting up, no util. 1-for-1, backing away, scurrying at the footsteps as well. It's a noise bait by Tex. He's still committed into this one, and JonahP, he's happy for it, man.
Yeah, it's big. Dude, is he going to expect an instant reaction on Hookah as well?
Confident. Both been playing incredibly well in recent matches. Jonah comes out on top.
With a player down for Lev. In this particular spot again, a lot's going to be asked of the
And they know they need to get info.
Com as well, looking for that information. Signs of life here. Very committed and extended out towards Showers as well. Just needs to play his life here. Potentially risks need to be taken. He's already pushed up straight past this one inside the smoke. Spike's going to be stuck and committed. Com! Where's he seen that one from?
Oh man, I was going to say that's so unlucky he gets out of there as well, but almost.
Stand here for Lev. The potential is there for them to try and salvage. Molly slightly delayed. Mazzino's not going to be able to delay and deny that. Spike going down.
They're looking for King.
And King spotted. Still with the movement though this time. It's working rings around them. But spotted again on the reaggress. The cross once more.
No smoke. It's pretty hard.
Mazzino left into that 1v2. It's an orb up into his face. Too many obstacles really. Surely to account for. Yeah. Half clearance into the corner.
Go round again.
Tight Leaf will be able to
I mean, this is just that duel over towards long B, really.
So familiar to that icebox that we saw. All the momentum here for
JonahP one.
We're talking a lot recently about how G2 are a little underrated. And I think that that respect is starting to grow. It's starting to materialize. In terms of individuals, I'm still not hearing enough people talk about how important JonahP has been for this team recently. His performance at Shanghai was keeping them in it early on in the tournament, allowing them to go on that run. And he's just been there for every important duel, winning that fight against Tex, closing things out against the King flank. He's always there, covering these gaps for G2. They're in control again of the attack half. Lev trying to get unorthodox with their defensive re-clears.
This angle though. Seen a few players in this spot here still going, walking further forwards, just encroaching into territory that they potentially don't have, yet still will get rewarded. King.
Oh, that's nice. And he had already decided to get out of there, so they got the all out of them. Was his sick round.
Just in time, still tucked to the corner. Oh no, pre-fire.
No, wait. He got the guy in the back. That's crazy. Dude, I thought they were going to fish ult through here once he heard him.
King's done his job.
Imagine being Mazzino.
Aspas is that lone player sitting onto the side. Been worried about the Showers players. Aspas back in position once more. Has that control out towards Lamptey. Thrash with a detainment is the best chance they've ever had. JonahP seeks the delay.
Nice no tunnel vision on this one. Dude, there's so many big impact rounds where like multiple people are like thrifty or low buying them and they're picking up guns. The money's all over the place.
It feels like the left defense lives or dies by whether these pushes on defense are getting anything done. In this situation, they find perfect timing onto Trent and Leaf, catching them both very unawares. And also Icy missing where King was playing, but still rewarded with one. A bizarre situation, but it puts Leviatán at their third round. It's very difficult to see Lev going further and further up the scoreboard, to be honest.
Yeah.
With the manner in which they're being able to get rounds. But, you know, there's something here, and they're knocking the economy of G2. It's just really tough to see them get those timings consistent.
The question is, how many rounds do they need? I mean, if Icebox was anything to judge, definitely going to be more well-suited when themselves
They
going to get
forced through the Viper molly.
What is occurring here? And kills that we missed, but King was
that was a bit bold, man.
Flash up and over the top as well, just adjusting the aim for it, but they are happy to oblige into the battle, into the fray. And the fight taking one out here. Duels finally left, getting their confidence back.
King has been holding that aggressive position in hookah pretty confidently for the entire map on Bind. This time he gets rewarded with 2. Did G2 not use enough utility perhaps, or were these the players without rifles? Yeah, Valen didn't really have the weaponry to trade out Icy in that spot. King's given a bit of an easier 2K, but still, good performance from this IGL of Leviatán. Came into this game again as the second highest rated player in Americas.
Which is, I mean, unheard of for somebody in a calling position.
He's done it before in the past, but we've always been critical of his actual calling. We know how much he can frag. But Lev's defensive setups prior to this match, you couldn't have doubted them. And yet, Valen's consistently finding holes, and he's going to
one
look
away.
to do so again.
Oh, I mean,
Nightfall will definitely
bug for
push any
Fatal.
ideas of trying to commit over towards an A hit. Looks like they were set up for it as well with the util that was out in their hands.
Didn't look like a full commitment though, down short. Valen has, however, used all of his smokes, so perhaps I'm wrong with that assessment. Maybe G2 were hoping they could just sail through.
Yeah.
Com has
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that as well.
Showers,
Did he put
so they might not have
put
anticipated
triple
that fading
smoke?
lamps.
Okay, it's actually so worth.
The right answers are there.
And now they can
but
just play
still,
Heaven the whole time.
Com, believe holding out the tether. As soon as the wall goes up, this is great to
I mean,
punish.
how are they ever meant to take back a
Connection,
site
but
after
the
this?
bullets running down onto them. There's safety. Just cowering themselves back and away here. This off angle by Aspas is vitally important. And it's all about the clearance. Leaf expecting it. At least with that anticipation.
TP looks pretty tempting right now.
Still,
No
G2,
way, they're gonna frag their way out of it.
Out towards A now with just 30 seconds left. It's a full committal, even though the players
They have showers
are here to
control. It's still
receive,
pretty
but
hard to plant.
crossed up now. Com still with control. Out towards it. Can't deny the plant though. He's the one who's dropped. Mazzino, surely you don't go for this as well. He's just walking out into the open, raining down with the bullets, and his head just pops out and over. Enough for Trent to pluck it off his head.
G2 managed to win this round with no smokes. Valen had already used them on that failed execute that got cancelled by the Nightfall. I'm looking at the position of Aspas.
Someone
of
spam the
Tex.
wingman, man.
Aspas on an off angle. Tex
Killing me.
playing Heaven. That you can't.
You know he's on the
smoke
floor.
off. And yet both of those players fell in an instant. Good anticipation of where Aspas was going to play from Leave. And then Icy just swings short and deletes Tex. King with a couple of fairly useless kills, to be honest. We're in round 11. There's a bit of damage done there, but
Yeah, we'll see what the money looks at.
I think Valen can pick up a weapon from Icy and or Trent, to be honest, and I think they'll be fine.
But yeah, it still says Ascent at the top.
But yeah,
Is it
this
Haven
kill
or is it
where
Ascent?
Icy, I mean, Tex getting caught by the
The
flash
original
there.
veto said it was Haven.
It's a bit of an error.
This is still saying Ascent.
But yeah, economy is still pretty good for G2 heading into the final round. Ult's better as well for the attacking side. Aspas, again, picks up the operator looking to try
VLR, bro. VLR can't even get times. VLR can't even get the starting times of China right. I don't know if we can say that. Don't know if we can go off of that. Yeah, and that is the absolute combo.
And splitting it all the way up. There's no lacking of the map control here. Fully in control of the front section of A. There needs to be a response from LEV here. It's the final round here of the half. They're trying to take the fight forwards into the approach again, but Mazzino traded out.
The coach potatoes, yeah, I was waiting for it.
Firing all the way down as well.
Me and Minnie did a whole thing about that. Just because I wanted to see the combo just wreck and rank.
Dizzy in their faces. Flashed up. There's the acknowledgement. And Icy's keen for it. Even keener aim still will be required. Still, Aspas is there. Now with a showstopper. Up and over once more. Pre-fires into the corner. But too much to do, surely. Too much to overcome. Triangular depth is a setup around him. 8-4.
Solid half from G2. Looking good to 2-0 this.
G2. These guys can't be stopped.
Especially with the
Once more, the attack side.
especially when you gotta think that this is the pistols.
To be considered one of, if not the best attack side IGL that we have in the game right now. Once we get to Champions, he's going to be going up against the best of this year. But I think what he's done so far in America since Shanghai, I mean, including Shanghai as well,
yeah, I mean that's what it is.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with that one. We're going to send it to a short break on the
I mean that's the off season, surely.
The rest of the map.
Good point. Did I think I should be muting this chat, sorry. I'm gonna mute it and just hey yeah, I'm getting should have muted the other one at halftime. Bald, yeah, rest in peace. Am I watching with Minnie tomorrow? What games have Minnie said he's watching? Just the Fnatic final? Is that what he's saying? Dude, he's just gonna be flaming his own team though. I'll message him. Perfect. Yeah, surely Mini and Anders will watch together. We'll see. I'll message him.
We could be one of the top teams in Americas, and that might be a little boastful to say, but I really have always had that confidence within this group of guys. And it would mean the world to not only me, but to everyone in the team, even the organization, to prove that we can be one of the top teams coming from Ascension. It would be cool to have that story. The new guys with not much respect or history on their name come out and just dominate. Would be kind of cool.
I couldn't agree more with Valen. I think that storyline would be something, but I mean, he's kind of downselling himself, I think, in his team a little bit by saying they don't have that history, because as an org, you know, they're probably one of the most, you know, committed core rosters that we've got.
Munchkin, I mean, he's one of the heaviest fragging IGLs at the moment.
Together, but they did best all obstacles into Ascension. They won out.
Who have I got today? Crew 100 Thieves? I have 100 Thieves. But they also had LEV for this game, so I think you want to listen to that one. LeBlanc 2 with the Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you for the Prime usage, mate.
Especially if G2 go on a run throughout champs, which it looks like they're informed to do. I mean, what we're seeing from them in recent matches is nothing short of excellence.
Forsaken and Divide fragging IGL. You just named 2 people. Like, which one's the IGL? If you're gonna do that for Paper X, give me one name. Tell me who the main caller is. You can't just list all the Paper X and be like, well, fragging IGLs. You gotta give me a name. You gotta stick with one and tell me that's the main caller.
I think lessons have been learned from that moment here.
Double sheriffs.
On the pistol round, as you attack G2 up towards B long, you've got to recognize that they're going to fall back into high-low setups. They do this pretty constantly.
Double flash
fight. I mean, yeah, and was he full blind for that kill? I'm not even sure.
Pre-fire necessary, dropping the players.
Look at the walkout from Valen.
Yeah, this is very committed. Here's many footsteps.
Couldn't have been much worse for him. Are we
great read from Leviatán.
About to get their first pistol?
Anti-flash for that play down B long, and then they recognize Valen.
Ractius Bump 6 with the Prime. Thank you very much, mate, as well. I appreciate you. Another Prime user. Thank you for that.
Just cutting noise. Still bodies are being shown here. Lev ready to try and swarm and overwhelm this one. That's a committal into the TP. They don't have prior control of this one, and that might bite them from behind. IC is the one who's just looking to make his mark. No shots rattled.
Oh, no damage.
Necessary at least to just clean up Mazzino. Backside control fully gained up here, but across not watchful. Leaf is quick onto it. Tanted back and at least traded here, but still
shots.
They don't know where the retakers are coming from, though.
Exactly, it's perilous, precarious. Here for G2 now, still doubled up. Same could be said for Lev though, and they want to try and take this fight. Any way you slice it, again still doubled up and backing away once more.
And can just play the top of the spike now.
With a difficult task ahead of him.
Ooh, dueling.
Here, and it's a high-low setup, just crouched up. One below the
very nice. Last pistol. Last pistol for them. 1 to 3. 1-1 obviously.
On the board at least for Lev, and maybe signs of life.
A really important pistol. Absolutely. Not only that, but they did manage to keep that.
Coaches are allowed to talk in halftime? Yes. Coaches are allowed to talk in halftime.
This time on Bind than it was on Icebox.
Nice first go.
I wasn't that impressed with what G2 were putting together on their defense of Icebox. They ran pretty much the same strat. Retake A setups, allowing Lev to just walk in.
And fast, yeah, it's real
Lev
fast.
can put together a really nice attack side. Could still have a game. G2 looking like they want to set up for a showers crunch.
Trent took none of that.
Pretty standard stuff that you see from teams on the eco.
Double orb default on defense, love that.
A little bit of a bait play as well here. Makes it feel like B is very weak, but there's still a couple of players.
Just trying to take some bites.
It's going in.
Getting
both of them.
The ability for the attack side.
You get that fish short nice and early.
So easily. A lot of TPs occurring.
What is going on? Everyone's everywhere.
Here. I mean, it seems like neither team has a way to commit into it.
Look at them all.
They do manage it.
That has to be the most amount of TPs we've seen in the first 40 seconds, surely.
Another TP from behind, that's Icy.
Aspas looking for the kill. Getting on that showstopper. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Lev.
I'll be happy with that one here, Trent. Potentially not willing to give away his life, honestly, with how close Aspas is up to that big ult.
Spots his former teammate over there, Tex. Decides to back away from things. Aspas looking like he wants to go on the hunt. Aspas's fragging has still been really, really strong. That's what's kind of scary here, is that G2 have still been in control of this game, despite the fact that Aspas is having that superstar level impact. They've just kind of made sure that the kills aren't as impactful. Not always the first kill, not always those important mid-round kills that stop G2 from going in a certain direction. But yeah, I mean, Aspas is sat at 19 and 8 currently. You don't normally get those kind of fragging stats from him without being in the lead.
That's another kill.
One of the rare times where he's really not, but he's doing all he can. Potentially get to that grand finals as well. He's the only player left in our playoffs, really, that can potentially lift that trophy again.
Toxins going up.
Bonus round looks like we're sending it contact short.
To be the best in your region.
Nice flash over towards
on the table,
or pretty early on. Wait, they still keep 3 here?
They're really just slowing this one down. They'd have no other options across the rest of the map here. It's all 5 players up through A short. They're just slowing it down for a moment, but now going for the committal.
This is great though, the insta-dog, push through, cleared all the showers, they don't have to worry about it.
Might even just seeking to try and delay this one. That's Valen, a bit of run and gun. Just punishing that one as they're just trying to get onto the line of side angles, out through lamps and away.
Hey, you're the guy with the extra smoke and molly.
Up and around, Mazzino just barely alive. On to the double digits. Dizzy being used as well and committed.
Yeah.
King cleaning up. JonahP.
X still has molly as well.
Losing control slowly of the map here, but over the top as well. That's not smoked up. Leaf, this guy is working miracles.
Okay, nothing to
for
stop
them.
the defuse now.
Now the rest of the team going to be grouping up here. 2 left to stand here for Lev. Tex looking his way around.
Oh, that was nice
again.
though.
It's King.
I like this idea. Like this smoke is good because obviously they got to force through it into playing, but also like a lot of teams just wanna have wingman on it. So right, if you block the vision, it's a lot harder for that person. Has to kind of go out into the open, holding wingman. It gets a little bit weird. So I like the smoke with the last smoke here.
In the post plant, it looked like people didn't exactly know which spots they wanted to
And plus,
fall
it's
back
just
to,
a good
which
smoke
crossfires they
even
wanted to play.
without
They were
making it
trying
hard
to
for
still be
Gecko.
active, and in the end, they ended up running into Leaf. He gets a double kill from Heaven here, with players swinging out into the open in spots where they probably don't have to be that active. Like I said though, a bit of damage done, and G2
Oh
are gonna be
my,
going
that was
into
kind
round
of close
16 with
though.
a Stinger and a Guardian.
Hey, almost did that.
So the bonus round, to some degree, a success.
I see though, sole job really to try and hold back this push.
Wait,
Oh my
what?
God, body blocked into the corner or what? But
5 HP. Crunch goes in.
Presses forward into detainment.
Oh my God.
Up inside the smoke needs to be defended.
What a-
Rifle in hand.
what a bodyguard.
Live up to that expectation. It needed to happen.
How is Aspas alive?
Yeah, I agree. How is Aspas still alive? I thought that guy was going to spam him.
Spike committed as well. That was G2 just looking to punish her.
Yeah, he pretty much fumbled it. Should just be spamming that anyway.
Gonna be giving them a lot of mid-round information to work with.
Because no matter what, anyway, to run out of there, like it's gonna take you a long
Punish
time.
for it, but
Guess the comms are gonna be better where you actually hit ding it after.
Grouped up, Lev looking like they might want to commit down towards A. It's being watched, King. Aware that there's
This is nice from King. 3v4, knowing that they're gonna get
avenues that are
proactive.
open. Now looking the other direction, walls up, contacting.
I also like the fact that Lee's
Alan's
gone all the
hold
way
them back.
around.
It's an off
Hey, how
angle.
many you got?
Aspas leading the charge
One?
as well. He's low enough here, right?
Two?
Balls, spraying away.
Did unreal.
Valen's still getting 2. And these players
They expect
looking
the
from behind.
double.
There's only 20 seconds left into the round here. You can feel the uncertainty just settling into Lev. They don't know where they can. Even
Yeah, now this guy
possibly
can just
come
tuck.
from here. JonahP just wraps it around from the side as well. Needs some help, that man. Just ran down all the way through Mazzino. Doesn't know where to expect the second. Spike has to be committed to tap onto the plan. Hoping
Okay, nicely handled from Leaf as well. Yeah, these two played it very well. Lovely push in the 4v3. Is this Valen that got 3? They got 2. Big.
Potentially getting away with it.
King has got himself up to 21 kills, but it's the IGL on the other side, Valen, that pulls off this play. A bit of spam on a weaker Aspas, 5 health. But to be able to get the person looking to trade that duelist as well for 2 in lamps changes the tide of this round utterly.
What do you mean, Axel? Forced? What happened?
A 4-player stack.
Fast long, and we got 3 people over towards long. I mean, this is going to wreck their punish. JonahP is going to eat some util, right? Oh, the molly misses. How is Aspas still alive? The Gecko flash was outrageous. And this guy's just like, wait, how is he long? Do we not have a molly here?
And also a sick read.
Yeah, they missed their molly, so had a little gap on it.
To throw the showstopper out and path as if he's punishing only 2 players in Garden, and instead they've got people tucked around Hookah. Those cause the distraction, allow Jonah to stay alive. That, to me, looks like a hard ante on what Aspas likes to do with his showstopper and what Lev in general.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that is a read into it. I wonder how much they read into it. So they had 4 people here. They have a guy in the corner to kill him. But also, do they often miss their molly? Because the molly should be able to get all the Garden. I wonder if they often miss the molly, because he was sitting over towards long the whole time.
Love that play.
How did they know it'd be B? I mean, it might just be an anti-strat. A lot of times you just get all the ult rounds from all of their games, add it up and see what the percentage is.
Because at times, Leaf's impact has been
Team's heavy lean.
outrageous. Valen's calling is the central backbone to the entire team structure. But Jonah just gets so many of these important rounds, the big impact kills.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, if you're a scoreboard Steven, you're looking at the numbers, there's no one that just overwhelmingly dominates a game from G2. They're very much, they're such a system team that it's spread about evenly,
Look at your point exactly here. King and Aspas on 20 and 22 kills, more than double Mazzino and the rest. Texat at 4, which is a big underperformance for him. Other side, it's a very even spread, exactly as you're saying.
Exactly, man. And so G2, you know, you see these players, you maybe don't think of them as like these heavy hitters, but it's all about the impact. The game IQ is kind of off the charts.
We all in.
For a lot of these G2
Everyone all ins at 6-11. They got to go up against 2 ults that work well with each other.
It's been evident this entire series. They lose a player, it doesn't matter. They're always finding ways to somehow wrangle back control.
Lev going for a slightly slower approach to this one. G2 with big ultimates to work around as well. Orbital Strike is going to cause a lot of time pressure if Lev play the entire round this slowly. G2 have also been picking their timings to go for defensive aggression better than Lev. And look at this again, G2 trying to explore short. This time, Lev with a bit of a read. Big clash.
Yeah, contacting up into the fight.
Hey, take that. Freebie.
An attempt to relieve some pressure. No punish though.
Good start into it.
Not even a push forwards as well, what they were hoping for, hopefully, that overextension of these players. But Lev are finally finding themselves in a good spot. It's an ult pulled out, it's a first kill earned. It's all about converting from this point on. Dizzy. That spots it. Thrash. It's committed. As soon as they get that acknowledgement, it's spam down though, defended.
Yeah, they're making a lot of pressure though, even though they're not getting this Fish or Dizzy back.
Just trying to keep players
yeah, it's just keeping numbers though.
A horn sent flying into the back of the side. Satchels as well. Cuts up the crosshair placement.
30 seconds left.
The hard retake. I kind of don't want to see JonahP's ult though.
Giving up the site now forward. It's a TP by IC.
Spike planted.
It's out. Boombot wasn't broken.
There's
one side.
Yeah, 100% don't want to see Seekers now.
TP reinforcement arriving.
I want to see them accept this round.
About the potential for being a lurker, but it's a crossfire setup to get through. And what util do they have? Trailblazer. These should be good enough. Takes to the movement. That's nice. Just slightly ajar. Still G2 are not going to be slowing down their own approach. Off from the side here. Get a bit of a pincer going, but they need these hookah players to start putting in some impact.
Oh, it's getting scary. Nice shot.
And again, the distractions necessary to try and win it still. To pit in their face. A tap. Forcing these players out from the wide open space.
No way.
Adjustment. Valin. Ridiculous. It's magnetic in the moment. Sticks it to half. Win God turn.
Oh.
And a round. 1 out.
That's outrageous. That's outrageous, man. It's done. It is done. That is ridiculous. Never should they be winning this.
Impressive enough. Throwing flashes in for Valin to sweep around the front. But honestly, King's ultimate on site there ends up ruining them because
they gave him a lot of space because of it.
Around the pit. Eventually, King and Aspas have to come and check this spike. How has he won it?
I don't know how he's that cool, calm there towards the end, man. That's
just like what the.
1 round away.
Yeah,
from being able to
put him to bed with that fully. 6 chances. What's the money? Oh, again. Bulldog, Guardian. Missing util.
Apologies.
Listen,
Again,
loads
making
of
it through
util.
Leviatán, but that one through the lower bracket. Oh, icy spotted.
Oh, punish. This with the Guardian.
And so if they want to do it, it's going to be a 4v5 in round 19.
Yeah, in this case, though, LEV will be hanging on. Tenacity is there with this team. Never willing to give up too much. G2, potential's there for play as well, but might get caught by King once more. Calls to the group up, though. This one looks like a heavy committal. Xeno's got an orbital strike to work with. They can use that to clear a lot of that space. Might give them peace of mind, and yeah, it's going to be committed. So, out towards Lamp here. Finally get to move on. Use the stimmy to evacuate and through and out. Nade sails up and over. JonahP so fast under this.
No way.
Control needs to be maintained here.
Dude, they get 2 more kills on sight.
It's a 12 round and one
Oh,
more
they
step is all
smashed
that's
them,
needed,
man.
and one
They
player
actually smashed them.
is all that stands between it. A grand finals appearance for G2.
It's impressive, dude. This team's really good. Really, really good.
One.
And it's Tex. How much more poetic could it get? The player removed from G2 at the beginning of the year has to do it all with only 10 seconds.
On, man. They know exactly where he is, and G2 won't give him anything at all.
Damn.
13-6.
Impressive, man. It's cool.
That's dominance, man. It's a man.